Hi, thanks for watching. I have an app on my phone, and if anybody is recording the lights in the sky, this is a good tool to have, as once it is calibrated, it shows you where all the major lights in the sky are in real time. However, having said that, it's not 100% accurate all the time. Sometimes there are errors. Like on the screen, it shows Saturn and Venus next to each other. So I pointed my camera at that part of the sky. It's around 5 p.m. and I'm pointing my camera due south, low in the sky, and I apologise up front for the clarity, but bear in mind I'm looking at a bright light with a light background. Having seen Saturn with a P900, I'm guessing this must be Venus, and Saturn's just not turned up. Right, so I'll give you a closer look at that. And you can see there's motion on the surface, but there's not much clarity. So what I did was took a snapshot and made a few adjustments to get a clearer picture. Now also, with the clear nights, I've been able to keep my eye on Sirius. This was 2 nights ago, and I don't like to call them planets and stars because, well, planets and stars don't exist. And for years now, I've been calling them lights in the sky because that's what they look like. But like any rabbit hole, the deeper you go, the more you find out. And I've been having a pretty close look at Sirius. Like I say, that was 2 nights ago. And then this was last night. And it's the same light in the sky, and I mean actually it can change behaviour the same night, but there's so much more, and I'll show you later in the video. And right, I'll slow that down. Right. And let you see how it changes. It's kind of like Charles Darwin's theory on the origin of species. You know, the whole theory is based on creature A becoming creature B, but they can't find any skeletal remains of anything in transition. Well, that's what this is like. They just change from one image to another, and I'll show you it slowed down later, but there's no transition period between them. There's no morphing from one to the other. Right. And about 2 hours after I captured Venus, I captured this. Now you really got to slow it down to appreciate what's going on here. This is slowed down frame by frame. Now, I'll show you that even slower and closer. Right. This is the exact same clip, just slowed down again and again. It's just the raw clip, unedited. And you can see and they look like 3D images. And the shadows is what produce that. So where's the shadow come? Where's the light coming from to create a shadow? If this is a light itself. You see the shadows, they give the image shape and form. So there's more to it than just light. And there's, like I say, there's no transition period. They don't morph from one to the other. They just change. I don't know. So I put together a slideshow with some of these, and I'll show you what I mean when I'm talking about they're three-dimensional, because pretty much that's what they are. And like I say, the shadows are creating that illusion. No, there's more to this. These are shapes, these are not just lights. Right, let's have a better look at them. This is a frame by frame slideshow of the raw footage, and after which I'll have a closer look at a few of them. We'll get some more clarity with some adjustments. But even in the raw footage you can see quite clearly this vertical object is in front of this horizontal object which is bent under here, and this goes back into the distance. So this looks like underneath a boat or something. So they look three-dimensional. I mean, there's so many things you can see in them. Yeah, there's more to the lights in the sky than just lights. And they do look like three-dimensional. I have no idea what's going on. I mean, this looks like two different objects. Right. And this looks three-dimensional, as does this. And like I say, it's the shadows that creates that illusion. Again, this is like two different objects attached somehow. Like I say, the deeper down the rabbit hole, the more you see. Could it be a bit of machinery or something? That's definitely looping inside that, whatever the hell that is. But so so many different objects to make up what we're seeing like this. And again, this looks like two different objects. And let's have a close look at some of them. Right, if you look on the right hand side here, you'll see the tools I'll be using to adjust the images. Right, so first of all, crop the image. It's about there. And I'll deal with the saturation. That's a bit better. And the sharpness. I'll leave that there. Right. And the brightness. The light areas. The entire image. That's better. And that contrast. So that's okay. And we use this, and this sometimes shows other things in the sky, like why is there all these shapes and squares around the perimeter of this light, but there's nothing on the light itself, like maybe it was a projection. Right, okay, let's save that. Get another one. Right, so that's what I'll be doing to the images. Right, here's the next one, adjusted. And again, I'll look at it like this. And again, it shows you the same thing. So, it's like a computer board in the sky. Again, it looks three-dimensional. And again, it looks like around the edges there, it's like a motherboard. And the actual object itself looks more like a projection. So the holographic projections. Right, let's see what the sky looks like behind this one. Pretty much the same. And it's no pixelation, but there's pixelation, the squares are all the same size. And the whole image would be covered in squares, and that's not what we're seeing. Right, in fact I'll enlarge it to show you. There's a closer look at the edge between the sky and the light object, hologram, projection, whatever the hell it is. Right, next. Yeah, same thing. So, that's all about. And here's a bit here, so separate for the rest. And I see lines like this in the sky a lot. I began to call them conduits. Yeah, when you see it like this, it don't look three-dimensional. Right? So, what's going on? I don't know. Anyway, I'll have a look at another couple. This definitely looks three-dimensional. This does look like two different objects that are joined together with this tube or something. Right, let's see what's in the sky. Right, again. Let's have a closer look at that bit. Yeah. This is the sky. Seeing as I'm talking about three-dimensional images, I thought I should just use the 3D software and have another look. We'll start with this. Right, this software was intended for making structures or building shapes or something, but I found that it gives light and shadow and shade different heights. So pay no attention to these curves that you see. That's an artifact of the software. Right, so let's have a look. Right. So this is using a height map. So this area around the edge, this will be where these square shapes are showing up. Right. The edge detection. Right, so like I say, it gives it, and you can also invert it. And it becomes a big hole in the sky. Right. Next, have a look at this. Again, it looks like a projected image. Right. It's like a picture pasted onto that. Right. So like I say, I think they're three-dimensional. Look at this one. Right. Again, it's showing you this, like the dip around the edge where these shapes are appearing. Right. So, let me remind you where all this is taking place. Everything I've just showed you is happening right here. So, how does that work then? Well, thanks for watching. Please comment.